First one. All right, hello and welcome to this respec guide for skills and passives. Here I'm going to show you how to respec both of them, how to take out points, put back in points, remove a complete skill specialization and replace it with another, etc. This is a companion to the max roll guide, so definitely check that out. Refer to that as needed. If you have any additional questions after watching this or missed or forgot something, it's going to be completely comprehensive, show you exactly how to do everything that we go over here. Okay, so the two things that you can respect are skills. From here, press S to access this. You probably already know this at this point because you've been putting points in, and then passes with P you can also respec. Let's start with skills. So we have our skill bar, we have all our spec skills in here. If we want to make some changes to this, we can go to a skill. Let's just take focus here, and we click on respec here in the upper right hand corner. That opens up this window where we have two options. We have remove points and we have despecialized skill. We remove points, we can select them one by one. If we choose despec skill, it's actually going to remove that skill from our bar up here, open up a spot, and we can either put that skill back in to respec fresh, or we can put a new skill on. Let's just start with remove points. So we're going to remove points here, and let's just take out, let's see, what do we want? Let's say we take out these four here. So I'm going to take all four of these out, and I'm going to click stop respecing. Cool. So now I am down to 16 points here. I don't have those back. Notice that I can't put these points back in. I'm going to have to re-level, which means just go kill enemies and collect XP the way I normally do. But I'll do it at an accelerated rate. They give me more XP for respecing, give all of us more XP for respecing than the first time that we go through. So it should be quicker, and at the end game, especially in empowered models, it's much quicker. It's very fast to do this. Do note that early game it can be kind of challenging to get your skills back, especially if you take out too many points in your damaging skill and can't do a lot of damage. Now, if we keep respecing on this, we keep removing points, and we go below our minimized specialized level here of 10, we will actually be able to keep some of our points. So let's keep going here. I don't think that's quite enough. Let's take out these as well. There we go. All right, so from here now I have 5 points that I can spend. That's because I am below, I have fewer points here than my minimum specialized level. This level here increases as you play the game. It starts off at 0 and then goes up to 1, 2, 3, etc., all the way up to 10 at a certain point in the end game, so that you're never starting completely fresh, even if you do a new skill. I'll show you that in a minute. So now we can put the 5 points back in, and then we just have to re-level the other 10 points from here. Okay, now if I choose respec despecialized skill, it'll remove this completely from my bar. So now I have this completely open. Notice I have the 10 there. That's because this is the minimum points that I have at this point in the character's progression. So I click on this, I can choose to put back focus, and now I have 10 points to spend in here. Or I can put in some other skill like Elemental Nova and spend here. I have 11 points because I have increased elemental skills or something like that in my gear, and so that will always be available to me. That's why it's 11 and the other one is 10. But if I do another skill, Black Hole, this one also apparently has extra points. Mana Strike probably also has extra. Nope, wait, hold on, there we go. Nope, does not have extra points. So you can see that we start with our minimum 10 plus add any plus skills that we have in our gear. It's actually from Twisted Heart here. We have +1 to elemental skills. And this is actually on the 0.8.5F, which is why Mana Strike doesn't count, and 0.9 is actually going to count as an elemental skill. And do bear in mind that even though this is 0.8.5F, 0.9 still will have the same system. So this is all going to be the same. Okay. So that's how to do your respecs and your despecs on the skills. So either respec individual points or despec the entire thing and start over, your choice. How about your passive points? So for passives, we need to find someone like this guy. Anybody who has this brain icon up here will count, which will pretty much always be Chronomancer Loreen, I think. So we click on Chronomancer Loreen, respec mastery points allocations. From here it opens up our passive points, and we can select one by one any points we want to remove. So for example, if I want to remove this one here, there we go, and this one here. Now notice that the cost is going to be different for each of these. The higher up it is, the more expensive it is. So, and the more points you have invested, the more expensive it is. So definitely bear that in mind. Know how much gold you have when you're doing this. There's currently no way to completely respec with like one button. You have to do this by hand. Kind of sucks, but that's just the way the game is currently. I do believe the devs have an intent to change that at some point and offer a more a more convenient way of doing this, but this is how to do it for now. Unlike the skills, the passive tree refunds you all of your points immediately. So you can see as I'm taking out points, I'm getting unspent points up here. I keep doing it and I keep getting unspent points, no problem. Now I can't put them back in yet because I'm still in the respec window, so I just have to click out of this. I don't have to move, but I do anyway. And then from there we have our normal passive window open. They look identical, but in this case we're just putting points in, and now I can put my points right back in wherever I want to, wherever I think they should go. And you can do as many times as you want. There is no limit. That's also true for the skills. You can do this as much as you would like, so it's a very flexible system. It'll just cost you gold, or you'll have to re-level in the other system, and that's pretty much all you'll have to do. Now there is one thing to note. There is one thing you can't respec, which is your mastery class. So when you're in the end of time of the first time, you will pick up your mastery. So in this particular case, I have mastered sorcerer. If I wanted to switch to Spellblade, there's no way to do that. Not with this character. I would have to level a new character and master in Spellblade. So do be aware of that as you are playing the game and trying to decide what you want to do. That you need to have a pretty good idea of where you want to go with your character by the point where you pick your mastery class. You can't change that later, so you won't have that kind of flexibility. But everything else in the system is very, very flexible and will allow you to experiment a lot with the system. All right, that's it for skills and respecs. Pretty simple video. If you have any more questions on it, refer to the Max Roll guide or hit me up in the comments. I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again real soon.